The idea that we might be living in a simulation is not a new one, but it has gained more traction in recent years. The simulation hypothesis suggests that what we perceive as the real world could actually be a sophisticated, computer-generated environment. This idea was famously explored by philosopher Nick Bostrom in 2003, but it's also become a popular topic in science fiction, especially in movies like The Matrix. But what if it's not just fiction? What if we are truly living in a simulation, a reality designed by some higher intelligence or advanced civilization? Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything you know, the ground beneath your feet, the people around you, the sky above, isn't real. It's all data, a construct designed by a higher being or supercomputer. How would you react? Would your perception of life change instantly? Would you feel like everything you've ever known is meaningless, or would you embrace the possibilities of this new reality? The more we understand about artificial intelligence in virtual worlds, the more plausible the simulation hypothesis seems. But before we jump to conclusions, let's dive deeper into how this simulation could function and what it might mean for us. Could our world, our actions, and even our memories be nothing more than programmed responses? The deeper question is, what's the purpose of this simulation? Are we part of an experiment, or are we simply existing in a virtual realm for entertainment, much like a game? Could we one day uncover the truth? Or would we be trapped in an unbreakable illusion, forever unaware of our true nature? Let's think about this. If we're living in a simulation, how would we even begin to prove it? And if we could prove it, what changes would that bring to our lives? Do you think we could be living in a simulation? Have you ever had moments where something felt too perfect or too weird to be real? Let's hear your thoughts. If we are living in a simulation, are there any clues that we can detect? Could we find evidence to support the simulation hypothesis, or is it too far-fetched to believe? Many philosophers, scientists, and thinkers have explored this idea, offering various points that could hint at a simulated reality. For instance, the fact that our universe follows mathematical laws could be seen as evidence of a computational design. Everything in the universe, from the orbits of planets to the behavior of subatomic particles, seems to adhere to mathematical patterns. But what if these patterns are simply the code of our simulation, like the rules of a complex video game? Another intriguing aspect is the limits of the universe. There's a theory known as the pixelation of space, which suggests that the universe operates in discrete units, much like pixels on a screen. Our reality may appear continuous, but on a microscopic level, everything could be made up of tiny, indivisible units of energy or matter. This idea is reminiscent of digital resolution in virtual environments, where everything is essentially broken down into small, quantifiable pieces. Then there's the phenomenon of déjà vu. How often do we experience moments where we feel like we've been in the exact same situation before, almost as if it's been programmed into our minds? Could it be that the simulation is glitching, giving us glimpses of its artificial nature? Or perhaps there are moments when the simulation needs to reload or update, causing those moments of familiarity? What about the possibility of computer bugs or glitches in the Matrix? Many people report strange experiences that don't make sense, like seeing something that shouldn't be there or noticing odd coincidences that seem beyond explanation. Could these be signs of the simulation breaking down, or is it just random chance? Have you ever had an experience like this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If we accept the idea that we're living in a simulation, the next question that arises is, who is behind it? If this is a virtual reality, then there must be some kind of entity or civilization controlling it. Are we part of an experiment by an advanced alien race? Or perhaps we're living in the playground of a superintelligent artificial intelligence? Could we be the creation of a distant, godlike being? Or are we simply the product of some higher civilization's attempt at creating artificial life? One theory suggests that simulations are run by future civilizations. As technology advances, it's possible that humanity could create a simulation so detailed and complex that it becomes indistinguishable from reality. The people living in this simulation wouldn't be aware that they are, in fact, inside a program. If that's the case, it raises the question, is this all just a version of our future selves trying to understand the past or even their own origins? In other words, we might be the product of an ancient civilization that has perfected the art of creating virtual worlds. But why would they create simulations of us? Are they trying to study human behavior, or is there something more to it? Could we be a test run for a more advanced simulation that includes more complex variables? Or are we simply being watched for entertainment purposes like characters in a video game? Another possibility is that the creators of the simulation have ulterior motives. Perhaps the simulation is designed to study how humans respond to various situations, testing us to see how we make decisions in specific environments. If we were part of an experiment, it would explain why certain things feel strange or off in our world. What if the events in your life aren't random, but rather the result of an experiment designed to study how you react? Do you think there's an entity or higher power controlling this simulation? Who do you think is behind it and why? Let's discuss. What if we could somehow break free from this simulated reality? Could we escape the confines of the program and find out the truth about our existence? If this is all a simulation, the first question that comes to mind is whether or not it's possible to hack the system. What if, like the characters in the Matrix, we could break free from our simulated bodies and enter a world where we could access the real truth? The idea of breaking free is not just confined to science fiction. Philosophers and futurists have pondered whether it's possible to outsmart or override the system. If we could somehow alter the code of our reality, we might be able to manipulate our surroundings. Could we alter the laws of physics or create our own reality as some have done in video games? If you could manipulate the world like a programmer, what would you change first? Would you fix the world's biggest issues? Or would you focus on personal gain? In this scenario, the consequences of discovering the truth could be massive. If we were to break free and find the real world, what would we face? Would we be able to live in the real world, or would we simply be forced to return to the simulation as a result of our own limitations? If the world outside is as harsh as the simulation is real, would we regret trying to escape? What do you think? If you could break free from the simulation, would you do it? Or would you rather stay in the comfortable world you've always known? Share your thoughts below. If we were to somehow discover the truth about our existence, that everything we know is a simulation, how would we handle it? Would we be prepared to face the consequences? The final part of this exploration involves looking at the human condition when confronted with the undeniable truth about our reality. Humans are constantly searching for meaning and purpose, but what happens when you learn that your life, your struggles, and your successes might be meaningless in the grand scheme of things? How would this change our society? Would we lose motivation to continue living our lives, or would we embrace the opportunity to live in a world with no rules? In the end, is the pursuit of truth worth the potential chaos it might cause? What would your reaction be if you discovered you were living in a simulation? Would you fight to escape, or would you embrace the idea and live life without the usual constraints? Let us know in the comments below.